This is a big opportunity for both Portsmouth and Sunderland, with a place in the quarter-finals of the Adobe Women's FA Cup on the line this afternoon here at Westlake Park. Portsmouth have struggled with life in the Championship without a win in their 13 matches. The Cup has been a welcome distraction from their league woes. Victories over Luton Town and Blackburn Rovers secured their spots in round 5, and there is a growing belief amongst the squad. Performances are improving as they adapt to a new level. Sunderland are in the promotion battle amongst the 7 sides, who are separated by just 6 points, vying for top spot in the Championship. Mulray's team thrashed Exeter 7-1 in the last round and also had a victory over Huddersfield to reach this stage. They did lose 1-0 to Championship leaders Birmingham last weekend and will be hoping to bounce back with a victory today. Let's take a look at the two teams. Portsmouth boss Jay Sadler makes 2 changes from the side that lost here to London City Lionesses last week. Erin McLaughlin, the Republic of Ireland international, and Megan Hornby both start. Emma Thompson and Jasmine Bull miss out. Captain Sophie Barker is no stranger to a big game, having won promotion twice and been a League Cup finalist. Sunderland have been dealt a blow with Eleanor Dale and Jessie Stapleton both out with injuries, but fit again captain Brianna Westrup is able to make her first start since September after recovering from a fractured tibia. Ellen Jones got her first hat-trick as she netted 3 against Exeter in round 4. The referee this afternoon is Alice Parker, assisted by Daniel Sykes and Francesca Catchpole. The 4th official is Lisa Benn. Well, the last meeting between these 2 teams was a 2-2 draw back before the winter break in December. One of the 2 points that Portsmouth have picked up in the Championship. They took the lead through Sophie Quirk before Dale and Watson put Sunderland ahead, but Dent got a leveller. 2-2 is how it stayed, so that will give the hosts some confidence that they can compete with their opponents this afternoon. Sunderland in their change strip of white shirts, Portsmouth in their traditional royal blue with red socks. Just waiting for the referee to make her final checks. A place in the quarterfinals of the Adobe Women's FA Cup on the line. It's there for the taking for both Portsmouth and Sunderland. On the 4G surface here at Westlake Park, something that Portsmouth will be a lot more familiar with than Sunderland. They get to play at the Stadium of Light. Such a great surface there, as McAteer looks to make some leeway into the Portsmouth half, but the touch was a little heavy and it rolls out of play for a Portsmouth throw. Ball is played into the penalty area, and the first shot is one on target. It comes from Sunderland, but Poulter gathered with ease. Portsmouth boss Jay Sadler was talking his team up in the build-up and said that this is a free hit for them. They have nothing to lose. The pressure is off, and he hopes that might produce one of their best performances of the season. We shall see. Mel Ray, the Sunderland boss, certainly eyeing up a place in the quarterfinals, hoping her side bounces back from what's been a couple of disappointing weeks in the league. That defeat to Birmingham last weekend, and then a 1-1 draw with Blackburn previous to that. Rolfe was alert to the through ball and cut it out well. Ball just rolled out of play, it did. It will be a Sunderland throw. Collins heads it out of play. It's Brown with the throw, and she'll get it back. Side to Scott. McAteer unable to hold on to possession, but it's won back well by Brown for Sunderland. In fact, the referee says there was a foul in there. And Portsmouth win the free kick. Didn't look to be an awful lot wrong with the challenge, but the referee saw something. Jones unable to bring it under control, and this is an opportunity as it was played towards Hornby. She just couldn't get it out of her feet, and in the end it was good defending. Just lofted over the top. First touch was okay, but she couldn't get it into a position, Megan Hornby, to get the shot away. And Goddard made the challenge. Now the corner is in, it's a low one to the near post. Put back into the box, and it's an awkward one for Lambourne to deal with, and a real scramble. In the end, Castley's shot was blocked, and now the break is on. And this is dangerous. Kitching is away. Katie Kitching through 1-on-1. And in the end, she just took it too wide. And a stoppage in play. Because Izzy Collins is down. And she looks to be in some pain. But what an opportunity for Portsmouth to break the deadlock. Sunderland failed to deal with the corner, and as it was put back into the box, Lambourne failed to deal with it, and it was this chance from Reva Castley that forced a good block. And then at the other end, Katie Kitching away just decided to stay away from goal with the angle she was running. Really needed to touch it inside. Made it awkward for herself. Both sides with good opportunities to break the deadlock already inside the opening 5 minutes. Mel Ray calling Amy Goddard over. He just needs a drink. The experienced Sunderland coach started off as the assistant back in 2015 before taking over from Colton Fairweather in 2017. The cousin of Alan Shearer, Melanie Ray. She has done a fantastic job in establishing Sunderland is a real force in the second tier of the women's game. Corbin with the throw. She'll get it back, Mary Corbin. And to take on Dent. Goddard sends it out wide. Kitchen does get onto it eventually. Ellen Jones making the run inside. Here's Jenna Deere. Being forced back. Good shape by Portsmouth defensively. Corbin looking to play the 1-2. Down the line. There was a foul in there as Hornby was brought down. Former FA Cup runners-up Sunderland lost in the final in the 2008 to 2009 season, 2-1 to Arsenal. Have had cup success in the League Cup. Lifted that trophy back in 2012. Long time ago now. Portsmouth hoping to match their best run by making the last 8 with a win today. They last made the quarterfinals in the 2013 to 2014 season before losing to Notts County by 2-0. Too much on the crossfield pass. Corbin. Kitching battling well, and she's still got hold of possession. Now here's Deere. Score at the edge of the area, trying to fashion some space. And it will fall for the shot as Jones fires it against Poult. It was a good save by the Portsmouth keeper. Rather fortunate in the way that it found its way all the way across to Ellen Jones. She wasn't the intended target. She forces Poulter into a save. Well, you have to say it's been a lively start for the visitors. Enjoying most of the possession. They have another chance to put some pressure onto the Portsmouth defence from this corner. McAteer to deliver. It's a high one. Goddard did well just to get something on. Wasn't able to head it back into the danger area though. With the kick forwards, headed by Scott. Castley's there to clear it for Portsmouth. And Collins brings it under control. Just to find the pass inside. The bouncing ball was an awkward one, and there was a foul on Goddard. Hornby just barging into the defender. In fact, it was Westrup, beg your pardon, who was involved in that challenge. Here is Brianna Westrup. He's had a long battle back to full fitness after fracturing her tibia in the opening week of the season. Delighted to be starting for the first team again after spending time with the academy and playing games with them to get herself back to full fitness. Spoke in the build-up to this game about the challenges of that. Jones with the through ball. McAteer again unable to get onto it. That's the challenge of this 4G surface for Sunderland. Those through balls that on a grass pitch may stay in play, just need to put a little less on because the ball just rolls so well. Castley plays it out. It's a nice turn by Collins, but possession given away. And Castley had to defend at the edge of her 6-yard box. Running back is Freeland, and it deflects out for a corner off of Izzy Collins. Another chance from a set piece for Sunderland. Will the delivery be better this time? It goes short in towards McAteer. Now the high ball into the back post. Kept alive by Fenton, but she wasn't able to put it back into the box. The set pieces have been disappointing the opening 40 minutes from Sunderland. They've had 2 or 3. The deliveries haven't really been on point so far. Alter with the goal kick. Score with the header. Kitchen will give chase. Collins beats her to the ball and sends it long. Brown wins the initial header for Sunderland. Sunderland pick up possession. Fenton with the ball into the channel. Castley was there to clear. Here is Hornby. Looked like a throw. Corbyn gets away with it as the ball is played in. It was flicked goalwards, but easily dealt with by Lambourne, as then forced her into some sort of action. Goddard. Ball is won by Scott. And then the shot forcing Poulter into the save. It was Good work from Emily Scott, chasing a ball that looked as if it wasn't going to find its target. And then, as it was laid back to Kitching, she tested Hannah Poulter. And a stoppage because Poulter is down. Needing some treatment. The youngster on loan from Brighton. Very highly thought of. Hannah Poulter, already an England youth international. Has started every game since joining on loan in January. Yet to keep a clean sheet though. Has been a bit of a baptism of fire for her. And hopefully this injury will be nothing serious. And if she just caught her foot in the turf, maybe a slight twist of the ankle, but she's going to be okay. A chance for the players to take on board some instructions from their two managers. I'm sure it's Mel Ray that will be the happier of the two so far. Sunderland seeing more of the ball, having the better of the chances, but it is still 0-0. Well, that was a brave header by Jenna Deere. She did get caught. Accidental challenge by Erin McLaughlin. Who held her hands up to apologise to her opponent straight away. Another chance from a set piece for Sunderland. Will Katie Kitching's delivery be better this time? It's a floated one into the box that was cleared away by Collins. Sent further clear by Hutchings. Here is Barker. Through ball cut out by Brown. Hutchings with the throw. Here's Hornby. She was brought down by Goddard. And this is a free kick in a decent area for Portsmouth. Real chance for them to get a decent delivery into the box. Hornby and Freeland are both over it. Castley. Hutchings both up from the back. Hornby's ball in, and it bounces across the 6-yard box, and it's a white shirt that clears it away. Oh, the break could be on. It's well marshalled though by Georgie Freeland. Spotted the danger and swept up well. This is out in the challenge. Jones. Here's Jones again. Playing the ball between them. Emily Scar, a bit fortunate there. It might break for McAteer, but Hutchings was aware of the danger. Poulter is glad to gather. Benton. Jones, who is unable to keep it in play. We do come into this game off the back of 3 straight defeats, Portsmouth. In fact, their last win was against Blackburn in the last round of this competition. It's an awkward ball for Goddard to deal with under pressure. And Hornby does ever so well to win the ball. Here is Sophie Quirk. Good footwork, and Goddard's forced to head it behind, and it's a Portsmouth corner. Freeland will deliver for Pompey. It's a poor corner. Straight into the side netting, and that's a real disappointment. Well, they've not had too much to cheer about this season, the Portsmouth supporters. This competition has been the one shining light so far. Castley launches it forward. Here does well too. Cycle possession. Rolfe slices it forward. Barker tried to play the ball in towards Quirk, but Brown was there. Here's Sophie Barker battling to keep hold of possession. Brown with the pass back to Demi Lambourne. Former teammate Sophie Barker and Demi Lambourne at Leicester City. Three or so seasons ago. Here. Back to Brown. Goes down by Quirk. Here's Scott. It's another throw, and Sunderland working their way up that right-hand side. Work towards Deer, but Cross didn't have enough on it. And that's good play by Megan Hornby. She has held the ball up so well. Working hard as the lone striker. That's a good kick to pick out Quirk. Brown under pressure, but she defends well. Here's McAteer. Shrugs off the challenge, but then gives possession away and then wins it back. Battling hard, and Freeland in the end as well. On that ball for Quirk to keep in play, and I wonder if play will be brought back for a foul. I think it has been. Sophie Barker was caught. Well, this is going to be launched long, surely. Everyone's gone forward. It's taken back to Poulter. Wow. Kind of play themselves into trouble here, Portsmouth. Corbyn wins the corner. Strange free kick because everyone went forward towards the edge of the area and then they played it short and they were so nearly caught out in possession. In the end, they just concede the corner, but I'm sure Jay Sadler won't be happy with that. Corners hit over everyone. Another disappointing delivery from a Sunderland point of view. And there's a player down in the 6-yard box, so there'll be another stoppage. Can't quite see who that is. I think it's Izzy Collins who is down. Let's take another look at it. Just think it's the way that she fell. Maybe Hannah Poulter, her own player, took her out. It was quite congested in the 6-yard box. Another stoppage. And another opportunity for the managers to get their teams in and give out some instructions. It's become a more even contest in the last 10 minutes or so. Portsmouth seem to have dealt with the early threat that Sunderland were showing and looking more of an attacking threat themselves. Of course, a big blow for Sunderland, those two absences. Eleanor Dale, who would usually be leading the line, suffered an injury last weekend. Jessie Stapleton as well. Good timing, actually, the recovery of Brianna Westrup from a Sunderland point of view, because she's been able to slot straight into the position that Jessie Stapleton would play. It was a head injury though. I don't think she'll be out for too long, just going through the concussion protocols. So she may be back next week, Jessie Stapleton. As for Eleanor Dale, Mel Ray revealed in her pre-match news conference that they are waiting for results of a scan, so worrying the fitness of Eleanor Dale. Worrying the fitness of Izzy Collins from a Portsmouth point of view, who looks a bit shaken, but I think she's going to try and run it off, is she? Maybe an arm injury, that left arm. We'll wait and see if that forces Sunderland, Portsmouth into an early change. There is a player stripped and ready to come on, so there is going to be that first substitution. So Olivia Bramley on to replace Izzy Collins because of that injury. that means it's a debut for Olivia Bramley, having joined from Durham during the recent transfer window. Rolf. Castley gives it back to Poulter. First touch of the ball for Bramley. He's a Portsmouth player. And he moved back to England a couple of years ago, did Olivia Bramley, was playing over in Australia with South Melbourne and Heidelberg United. Kitching is fouled, but the advantage is played as McAteer runs the ball forward. Here's Brown to the byline. Brown's delivery, it's over the head of everyone. Here's Kitching, running into the penalty area. Katie Kitching takes it inside. Great save by Poulter. Still the danger not clear as it's hit by Deere and it's gone in. Poulter unable to keep it out second time around, and Sunderland take the lead, and it's Jenna Deere. But the goal was made by the run of Katie Kitching, who cut inside Freeland. This was an excellent save though by Hannah Poulter, and the clearance straight to the edge of the box, and Deere fired it on target. Poulter will be disappointed she didn't keep that effort out. But it's Sunderland who break the deadlock. You just wonder if that change in personnel has affected Portsmouth a little bit defensively. It's a clash of heads. Corbin. Down on the ground. This was the challenge. Both players looking at the ball. Lily Dent just clashing heads with Mary Corbin. A nasty one. Make the right. Checks the medical team of Sunderland, as they always do with head injuries. Well, this is the goal again. Kitching cutting inside and forcing a good save from Hannah Poulter, and then the clearance was a poor one, and Deere struck it firm, struck it true, but Poulter will feel she should have saved it. But Deere celebrating her second goal of the campaign. Sunderland have that 1-0 lead. Mary Corbin back to her feet and okay. Scott. Casley does well and plays it out off of Scott to win the throw. Scott. Jones. Couldn't get it past the blue wall at the edge of the Portsmouth box. Westrup. Laid down the line by Brown, and here's McAteer. That was a really well-timed slide challenge. Had to be timed to perfection, and it was. By Erin McLaughlin. Kitchen to take this corner, and it's bouncing about in the penalty area. In the end, it was poked wide by Westrup. Poulter's goal kick. Ball was headed on. Referee has spotted a foul. Kitchen back up to her feet quickly. Jess Brown to take this free kick. In towards the box, it's a good header away by Reva Casley. Sunderland recycled the ball well though. Benton plays it down the line. It's cleared away and out for a throw. Sunderland won a free kick, but it's not going to be given. And here's Freeland able to drive forwards. The through ball does reach its target. Quick. There's just too many white shirts there. Quirk tried to make some leeway. Freeland battling away. Here's Scott. Coughlin gives possession back to Sunderland. And here's McAteer. Deer was closed down. It's all gone a bit scrappy in these last few minutes. And there is another player down. While Georgie Freeland is down receiving some treatment, this was Portsmouth best chance of the game so far. Corner in the first 5 minutes that Lambourne didn't deal with. It almost snuck straight in, and then after a real scramble, it was Castley who had the shot that was eventually blocked. They have carried a threat going forward. Megan Hornby in particular has caused issues for Goddard and Westrup, the two Sunderland central defenders, but you have to say on the balance of play, Sunderland probably deserved their lead, though it was rather fortunate as it came from a goalkeeping mistake by Hannah Poulter. Goddard and Brown go over to the Sunderland bench to rehydrate themselves and take on a few instructions from the coaching staff over there. It would be a real blow if Portsmouth were forced into a second change in this first half. Having already had to replace Collins with Bramley. Well, there's the goal scorer, Jenna Deere. Won't be one that goes down on her highlights reel, I'm sure, but they all count. Just a second goal of the season for the midfielder, who joined from Dijon in France a couple of seasons ago. Of course, plenty of other round of 16 action taking place today. Elsewhere, Newcastle and Palace is goalless. Looks like extra time there. Arsenal lead London City Lionesses by 1-0. Manchester City 2-0 up against Leicester City in the games currently ongoing. And they are all available for you on the Adobe Women's FA Cup YouTube channel. 9 minutes, a minimum of 9 minutes to be played at the end of this first half, and Georgia Freeland has her boot off, and that is not a good sign for Portsmouth. Looks as if they may be forced into another change. No one ready, so they'll play with 10 players for the time being. Sunderland take advantage of it. Might fall here for score! And it's 2! A mix-up in the Portsmouth defence. And Emily Scott takes advantage. She takes a clatter in the mix of it, but she won't care because she's doubled Sunderland's lead. Hesitation at the back. And Bramley and Castley both got caught out. Deere was the one that flicked it on, and Scar bravely got her boot to the ball. Sunderland have a second in first half added time. And Portsmouth, who are still down to 10 players, are going to make a second substitution. Just waiting for the official to allow Scarlett Williams to come on. Sunderland in a great position now to book their place in the last 8. It's a big mountain for Portsmouth to climb with the form that they have been in. And those couple of injuries won't help. We'll use the 20-year-old who came through the Tottenham academy system on the field to replace the injured Freeland. Through down the line. Jones loses out to Rolfe in the challenge. Here's Scott. Could be a break on here as Quirk runs the ball forwards. Westrup with a solid challenge. And then Williams' first action since coming on as a sub is to concede the free kick. And she will be spoken to by the referee here, and we might see the first card of the match brandished here by Alice Barker. There is a yellow card for Scarlett Williams, only on the pitch a couple of minutes and she's in the referee's notebook. Scar will chase after the long ball, but there's too much on it. First goal of the season, that for Emily Scott, who got 7 in the championship in the last campaign. She has been frustrated with her lack of goals this season and hopes to have a strong finish to the campaign in terms of goal scoring, and well, just bravely got to the bouncing ball to double Sunderland's leads, and she'll hope that kick starts a run of goal-scoring form for her. Could be key for Sunderland if they're to reach the ambition of promotion in the Championship. So tight, that battle around the top of the Women's Championship. Castley with the free kick. Can Portsmouth get one back? Lambourne makes a very good claim above the head of Lily Dent. Excellent goalkeeping. Here's Corbyn. Gives it away to Dent, but pass backwards. He's given straight to Katie Kitching, whose first touch was heavy. Wouldn't surprise me if we end up playing to the 55th minute because of the goal. Portsmouth, I'm sure, will be glad to get in at half-time. Dia hits one from range, shouts for a handball, and it is given. Bromley turned her back, and it did catch her arm. Dia taking the shot on from range. The arm was out as well. I don't think she can have too many complaints about the free kick being awarded. And it's in a decent position, this, for Sunderland. Kitching and Fenton, both over the ball, both capable of testing the goalkeeper from this sort of range. A third would surely kill off this tie before half-time. It's Kitching, and it's way over the bar. Disappointing effort from the New Zealand international. Hits it long. Brown deals with the ball for Sunderland. Burke finds Williams. Strupp is there to mop up for Sunderland. Here is Fenton. Sends it down the line. Wesley directs it back to her own goalkeeper. Under pressure. Kick given straight to Jones, who tried an ambitious attempt. Potter's kick straight onto the head of Jones. Between both halves. McAteer eventually gets it under control, and Fenton aimed it into the channel. Kitching battling with Bramley. Will be a Sunderland throw. Might be time for one last chance. Here didn't know the ball was there. Portsmouth clear away. Here's Westrup. Goddard. Williams with the challenge. Fenton. And there's the half-time whistle. Well, Sunderland are comfortable with their 2-0 lead. It's a deserved lead that was given to them firstly through Jenna Deere after good work by Katie Kitchen. She forced a good initial save from Hannah Poulter, but the clearance was straight to Deere, who then hit a shot that really should have been kept out by Poulter, but the goalkeeper will be disappointed. And then great play by Emily Scott, getting into the box, and she bravely took a knock as she touched it past Poulter, who came out to try and deal with it. It means at the break, Portsmouth have a mountain to climb in the second half, because Sunderland 2-0 to the good. Half-time, Portsmouth 0, Sunderland 2. And we can take a look at the first half highlights. This was Portsmouth starting on the front foot. Good ball forward towards Hornby. Goddard conceded the corner, and the best chance of the match so far from Portsmouth was this ball in that Lambourne didn't deal with. It resulted in a real scramble, but it was defended really well by Sunderland, who got bodies in the way of the two shots. This was straight afterwards. Kitching on the break, she just took a touch too wide, and the angle was against her, and the shot was tame and easy for Poulter to deal with. This was good work by Scar and McAteer, as the ball then fortunately found its way through to Jones. She hit the target, but Poulter was there to make the save. This was good scrambling as the ball was kept alive, and the shot on target from Scott, and this is the opening goal. Kitching running inside. It's an excellent first save from Hannah Poulter, but the clearance straight to Jenna Deere, and her shot goes through the arms of Poulter. You can see the frustration from the goalkeeper. Dia doesn't care about that though. Sunderland gave themselves a 1-0 lead, and then this was the second. Flicked into the box. There was miscommunication between the Portsmouth defenders. Bromley made a real mess of it, and Emily Scott bravely got onto it and put it past Hannah Poulter for her first goal of the season. So Sunderland in a great position at half-time to book their place in the quarterfinals of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. We'll be back with the second half very shortly.
Are available now. As ever, the quickest and easiest way to secure your tickets is via eticketing.co.uk/Pompey FC, from the club's official ticket office on Anson Road, and of course from our turnstiles on a match day. We're delighted to announce that our Pompey store is open this afternoon. Located by the turnstiles, the store has a great varied range of official Pompey women merchandise.
Nelson, oh yes.
And the tunes fall in. Williams! Tremendous from Toon!
Swept in behind, and on the run, here goes Garcia. She manages to get the wrong side of the Newcastle defence, but she can't pick out Paris. Here comes Toon, lovely effort on goal, and a fine strike from the England international. It's taken a while, but Manchester United do have the vital goal here, and they lead against Newcastle. Well, when they needed some inspiration, a flash of brilliance arrives. Toon again, fizzes in the cross, and Manchester United have goal number 2. This time it's Nikita Paris who's there, and Toon is the provider. A brilliant ball, right where she wanted it, and Nikita Paris did the rest. Lovely turn by Jace. He is so good in tight positions like that. Tisia's cross, and it will drop here for Garcia to feed through, and Nikita Paris does have her second goal after having one cancelled out at the end of the first half. This one will stand, and it was an easy finish for Nikita Paris. Mary Earps has been something of a bystander in this second half, not had too much to do. Breaking away on the right, Mallard, low cross in is a good one as well. Galton into Williams, who rattles the frame of the goal, and on the follow-up makes sure. The quickest to react as the ball bounced off of the post. Rachel Williams off of the bench to make it Manchester United 4, Newcastle 0. There's the flick onto the front post. The corner delivered in, just where Mallard wanted it, and goal number 5 arrives for Manchester United. An emphatic win for Mark Skinner's side.
United on the attack again. Here's Toon. And there is the goal from Ella Toon, a magic player who, when you gift her any space and that amount of time, is always going to look to hit the back of the net. A sumptuous strike, hit sweetly, and Manchester United get their lead. The quality United would have liked, but players like Ella Toon on the pitch and Leah Galton, it takes one moment of magic. As Galton produces the cross and the header comes in, and it is the super sub, utilising all of her experience when it is needed the most for Manchester United, who regain their lead. Good play from Galton, charging towards the byline. That is an exceptional cross, and the way that Rachel Williams has hooked to the end of it, sandwiched between two centre-backs, rising highest from these set pieces. The aerial threat that she possesses is a player that Zelen will look to pick out, and she does so again. The ball has crossed the line, and Rachel Williams gets her second and Manchester United's third, all but wrapping up progress to the quarterfinals for last season's runners-up. Looked at first glimpse at the ball had crossed the line. Perhaps there's appeals as well for the manner in which Rachel Williams was caught in a bit of a wrestle with her marker.
Sunderland can have another go with the left foot. Oh, it's a lovely ball as well, and the header's in for 1-0 to Manchester United. Millie Turner, and it's taken just 8 minutes for the first goal of this quarter-final. Beautiful ball in from Zellum, and Turner attacking it at the far post. Toon touched off for Mallard. Here's Paris, can she find the finish? Yes, she can. 2-0 United. Nikita Paris doubles the lead, and Brighton are in big trouble here. Here's Mallard. Toon in space. He's just behind her. Back to Mallard again. Off the post and in for 3. Right on half-time. I think Lucia Garcia will claim that. Melvin Mallard not quite sure. She wants it. Garcia with a wry smile. Back in toward Mallard. Good header to get it away. Back in from Toon. Here's Mallard again. And Nelson. Nelson! Oh, yes. And that seals it. Manchester United are going through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup again. Lisa Nelson with a thumper. That makes up for her shocker of a miss in the first half. That was a fine finish.
Helped on towards Galton. Oh, Perisset's made a mess of that, and Galton's onto it. Lucia Garcia in the middle. Galton looking for her, finding her, and Lucia Garcia finds the net for Manchester United. Mark Skinner's side ahead, inside of the opening minute. What a start for United. Bad error from Perisset, pounced upon by Galton. Still had work to do though. Excellent cross, inch-perfect header from Lucia Garcia, and Manchester United are off to a flyer. Toon, Roy Polk's in attendance. Toon, and still, Ella Toon's ball in. Williams! Manchester United double their lead. Rachel Williams with the header. And again, it's come from that left-hand side for United. Toon robbed Leupolz and then lifted it towards Williams, who got in between the two Chelsea defenders and buried the header. United in charge. Charles has guided that to Guro Wrighton, who's given it back to Niamh Charles, who's got the wrong side of Lucia Garcia, and pops it back to Lauren James, who slams in to reduce Chelsea's deficit to 1. Great stuff this between Niamh Charles and Guro Wrighton. They got the jump on the United back line, and James, no one picking her up, and she was never going to miss that. Chelsea back in the equation right at the end of the first half. Into Ella Toon. Room to work with here for Ella Toon. And still Ella Toon. Oh! Tremendous from Toon to give Manchester United the lead in the cup final with a cracker.
Not far inside, well, I think it's just inside the Spurs half. No one's there to close her down. Spurs are too expansive. Suvanen slides in. Wow, wow. The ball's outside the width of the goal until it just curls back round at the last second. That is exceptional. I think a goal like that is one that you absolutely want to score in an FA Cup final, that's for sure. And that's a magnificent finish, and it's a reflection of the quality that someone like Ella Toon really has.
United's all-time top scorer and appearance maker.
And obviously she'll feel disappointed.
In it goes from Zellum. Queuing up again, and it's number 2. And this time, Rachel Williams has used her head to find the net. Passed up a few chances before the interval, but has now put Mark Skinner's side on the brink of an FA Cup final victory.
It's excellent delivery. Zellum puts it into an area so consistently well. I think it's probably a good job Millie Turner doesn't go for it, because I think she would have been offside, but it's floated in.
One in the semi, one in the fourth round, one in the fifth, and here's another for United, and that is the FA Cup in the bag for them now. Lucia Garcia and Tottenham Hotspur are falling apart here.
It just starts to get away with her, and we spoke about Garcia in the first half. She'll chase down everything. She runs after balls that you think, why would she even bother? And she does it because this reason here, you know, she receives the ball with a mistake with a wide open net from 8 yards out. And
Garcia, and Garcia again! 2 for her, 4 for Manchester United, and party time for the Reds at Wembley now. They are storming to their first piece of silverware. The FA Cup is heading to Manchester United, and they are doing it in style. A red letter day. Manchester United win their first piece of major silverware, and those in red are going wild at Wembley after the heartbreak of last season against Chelsea.
Please welcome back Monday.
Welcome back to Westleigh Park, where Sunderland have a 2-0 lead at half-time. First half goals from Jenna Deere and Emily Scarr, giving them the advantage. And they'll be hoping to press that home in this second 45. Big ask for Portsmouth to turn it around. I'm sure they'll give it their all, but when you look at where they are in the league, of course, they were forced into 2 changes during the first half as well, with Williams and Bramley coming on. No further changes at the half-time break for Portsmouth. No changes made by Sunderland either. Back to get us back underway in this match. A place in the quarter-finals of the Adobe Women's FA Cup at stake for the winner. We are underway in this second half. The next goal, if you're Portsmouth, is crucial. At 2-1 there, might be a way back into the game at 3-0. And surely that is job done for Sunderland. And I'm sure that was the message from both managers during the half-time break. Jones does well to keep hold of possession, and then Deere plays it down the channel. The cross too close to Hannah Poulter. Portsmouth goalkeeper able to gather. Now here's Quirk. Of course, scored one of the goals against Sunderland back in December, Sophie Quirk, but she just ran out of room. He's Kitching on the run, heading towards the edge of the area. Jones picks up the loose ball. Now Corbin. Ellen Jones. Good defending by Dent back there. Taking her time with this goal kick. Over the head of Deer. Licked on by Corbin. Now Scott. Scott battling with Hutchins. In the end, the free kick is given away at Portsmouth. There was a trip by Jenna Deer. She can have no complaints about that. Took out Sophie Barker. It's not a bad delivery. Headed away by Goddard. Corbin picks it up. Challenged by Hutchings. Here is Kitching. Appeals for an offside and eventually it's given. Took a few extra seconds for the flag to go off, but it was put up against Mary McAteer. Flicked on by Quirk. It's almost controlled by Hornby. Westbrook was there to clear it away. Quirk keeps it in play, but no one in front of her. And Lambourne's able to just watch it roll behind for a Sunderland goal kick. Forward. He's flicked on, but there was a foul. McLaughlin was the one that was brought down. Portsmouth starting the second half well. Can they make this pressure count? Free kick straight at goal. Maybe a little awkward for Lambourne, but she watched it into her hands all the way. Just made sure she got her positioning correct. She'd have been a bit further out, anticipating a cross. Could have caused her a few problems, that. It was well watched by the goalkeeper. McLaughlin plays it out wide. Here's McLaughlin again. This time the ball is a better one into the channel, and Dent is able to get onto it. She wins the throw right next to the corner flag. Playing it out off of Corbyn. Showing plenty of endeavour, Portsmouth. Just lacking a little bit of quality in the final third. This is good play, good footwork as it's drilled into Megan Hornby. Had her back to goal, so it was tough for her, but Hutchings doing her best to try and create something. Now she's lost possession though, and the break could be on. Ball forward, looking for Kitching. It was dealt with well by Castley, but she had to play it out, and it is a corner. That's the danger for Portsmouth. They need to commit players forward. And of course, that means they are more susceptible to any break. Kitching's corner's a high one, and it's awkward for Hutchings. That's a good delivery, and it's well dealt with by Bramley this time. Stooping down to head it away, but it will be another Sunderland corner. Kitching again to deliver. Under the crossbar, and it was really awkward for Poulter to deal with, and in the end she just did enough. But as it was punched out, I think it was McAteer that had the header. Let's take a second look of it here. Just managed to claw it away, and it was McAteer. If only she'd have been able to guide that on target, Sunderland would have had a third surely. And she'll need a bit of treatment, the goalkeeper. Not for the first time in this match. Hannah Poulter has needed the medical team to come on and see to an issue. I don't think this means she's going off. I think it's going to be a change of something. Charging into the dressing room, something that you don't see too often. Hannah Poulter, whether it's new gloves she needs or a change of boots, the referee's allowed it. Well, this is the opening goal. Katie Kitching cutting inside. Poulter making a fine save, but the clearance was straight to Jenadier, and then the goalkeeper will not want to see it again. This shot actually got up there, and the effort just went through the hands of the goalkeeper. Jenadier able to celebrate her second goal of the campaign. The second goal was a real mess defensively from Portsmouth point of view, as it was flicked on, hesitation between the two defenders, and Emily Scott took advantage, getting in between Bramley and Caslian firing home. There is Poulter. Not entirely sure what the issue was. Looks to be a change of gloves. She is back out, and that means that we'll be able to resume. Referee just wants to have a word with Hannah Poulter. She's okay to continue. Poulter sends it back into play from the goal kick. Goes out for a Sunderland throw. It's a loose kick forward. It may fall here for Hornby. Free kick will be given the way of Goddard, who got her body into a good position. But her physicality has caused the Sunderland defenders some issues. Megan Hornby not afraid to go into the challenges. Westrup felt one of those challenges a moment ago from Hornby. Lambourne's kick forward. The Portsmouth throw. Rolf. Rolf aims it forward. Flicked into the channel by Hornby, but there is too much on the through ball. Goes out for a goal kick. We can hear Mel Ray in her technical area asking her side to lift it up, raise their tempo. She'll be keen for them not to allow a way back into this tie for Portsmouth. Hoofed forward. Did well to chase after it, and she ends up winning the throw. Towards Scott. Katia moves into the challenge. Barker's clearance isn't a good one. McAteer still down on the floor. I wonder if she'll need some treatment. Finally, play's been stopped. Well, there has been a lot of stoppages in this game. The 9 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. There's going to be already going to be a big chunk because of Hannah Poulter needing to go back to the dressing rooms. Scar sends it forward. Brought down out to the skywall by Kitchen. Good tackle by Hutchings, and she got caught afterwards. Jenna Deere is going to be spoken to by Alice Parker. Given a final warning. Just one yellow card shown in the match so far. That was to Scarlett Williams, who'd only been on the pitch a couple of minutes before she was put in the referee's notebook at the end of the first half. But It's on by Barker. Nicely done by Scott, who's driving the ball forward. And the through ball almost found its target. Jones forces a good bit of goalkeeping from Poulter, who was out off her line quickly and took the ball, took the player as well, but it was a fair challenge. And now at the other end, could be an opening, as here is Hornby, goes down under the challenge from Brown, nothing given. And Sunderland are able to play their way out from the back. That goes out for another Portsmouth throw. Dent went down for a moment, but back up quickly. Can they produce a moment? Corbyn's clearance isn't a good one, straight up into the sky. Westrup heads it away. Rolfe is there. Now Corbyn's able to play it clear. And here is Kitching, who will try and run it forward. Has the pace to beat McLaughlin. Kitching still going. Now cuts it back. And Williams read the danger and was able to cut it out for Portsmouth. And there was a foul by Megan Hornby after the ball had been played. And we are going to see another yellow card, and Hornby, a second Portsmouth player, to go into the referee's notebook for that foul on Amy Goddard. Oh, showing a threat, Portsmouth in this second half. Jay Sadler, part of the thing that he's been speaking about so much recently is the fact that they've created opportunities, but they've not been clinical in the final third. We've seen that this afternoon so far. Scar's delivery, it's bouncing about, Kitchen unable to get onto it, and Hutchings came across, and it does go out for a corner. Kitching to deliver. It's a low one that has found its target, and as it was played forward, it was good goalkeeping. Dia almost getting her shot away. Just couldn't quite bring it fully under control. And it's brave goalkeeping by Poulter, diving in at the feet of Westrup. All Dia could do was flick it forward, and ideally a better first touch would have set her up for the shot. Corbyn's throw. Might fall for Kitching, it does. She gets the shot away, but it's a tame one for Poulter to deal with. Hornby brings it down. Now here's Dent. It's good defending by Corbyn. Well, it remains competitive, this game. Here's Quirk. Quirk shots. Straight at Lambourne. did well to wriggle into some space at the edge of the area. There was decent power on the shot, but it was fairly comfortable for Debbie Lambourne. McAteer flicks it on, and she gets it back. Kitching. Here's Brown. McAteer, Kitching again. Drives the ball in. Deer flicks it back into the area. It's headed away by Casley. And the ball towards Quirk is cut out. Well, the referee is showing a yellow card for Jenna Deer. Pointed to a challenge that I think was off the ball. She did warn Jenna Deer a couple of minutes ago. And the official following through on her threat. Williams battling to win possession for Pompey. Clearance forward is cut out by Westrup. Poulter with the kick forward onto the head of Deer. Barker intercepted by Corbyn. Rolfe under pressure. Manages to turn. Goddard put the ball out. The offside flag was up as the ball was played forward anyway. As Hornby came back from an offside position. Tall figure of Amy Goddard, 6 foot. Williams under pressure. Here's Quirk. There's the foul. The throw. The referee said Brown was using her arms to get extra leverage when jumping, and the free kick given away at Portsmouth. And this is, again, not in a bad position if the delivery into the box is good. Hornby's free kick. Easily cleared, and then is it found McLaughlin. She tried something ambitious from range, and it was a real miss hit from Mary McLaughlin. Still to score this season, the Republic of Ireland international. Ball played into the channel, and McAteer will chase after it. Williams as well to nick it away. Put forward by Bramley. Ball went out of play quick, didn't quite keep it in. Here's Barker. Bit of space here for Sophie Quirk, who is beaten in the race by Goddard. Well, for a moment, I thought it had just opened up for Sophie Quirk, but it was good defending by Goddard. And we're going to see a first change of the game for Sunderland. And Mary McAteer is to be replaced by Katie Watson. And a couple of changes coming up for Portsmouth as well. Lily Dent's afternoon is over. McLachlan coming on for her. And Rowbotham on for McLaughlin. Williams with the throw. Good challenge by Williams. Fenton plays it forward. Quite full for Deer. Ava Rowbotham on. She's yet to play in the championship for Portsmouth, but has played 4 games in the cup. Portsmouth have rolled the dice because they have used all of their outfield subs, not naming a full bench this afternoon, and we have the sub-goalkeeper left on the bench. Here's Hornby. Wins the corner. Well, can they get a goal back to make the final 20 minutes or so interesting here? Portsmouth on the prowl. Can they make the pressure pay? It's not a bad corner. Goddard, though, had a free header to clear it away. Watson under pressure. She wasn't fouled. The referee says the challenge was fair. Rowbotham keeping it alive. Score aims it forward. Now here's Kitching. Kitching with the ball into the box, but no one is there, and Poulter will be able to gather. Poulter's kick. Williams sends it forward. McLachlan finds Hornby. That's not a bad delivery. And Quirk was nearly onto it. Again, it was good defending. This time it was Corbin under pressure. We're sticking with this one just because that scoreline, if Portsmouth get the next goal, could be a very interesting end to the 90. Record winners Arsenal on their way through. They are 2-0 up against London City Lionesses. Here come Pompey. Shot from Hutchings was blocked. Rolf plays it forward. Deer battling away, but Deer concedes the foul, much to her disbelief. Manchester City 3-1 up in the closing stages of their game with Leicester City, and that's all WSL clash. Another all top flight clash between Chelsea and Everton is 1-1. Chelsea, of course, the team to beat this season, yet to be defeated under Sonia Bonpastor. Free kicks, a good one, and well, the header over the bar. Casley up from the back, got her head to it. It's way off target in the end though. Already through to the quarterfinals, Aston Villa after they got past Brighton by 3-2. Manchester United, the holders, seeing off Wolverhampton Wanderers 6-0. Liverpool were tested by Rugby Borough, but they progressed 2-0, and Crystal Palace beating Newcastle 2-0 in that game between the WSL side and Championship club. Here's Deer. Swept across, and Brown able to keep it in play. Now Watson's delivery, cut out, but clearance wasn't a great one, and the strike from Brown was blocked. Now the break could be on for Portsmouth if Quirk can get onto the through ball. Corbyn looking to try and see it out of play. She wasn't able to do so, and in the end concedes the throw. Always bouncing about, and Sunderland able to come away with it. Through ball cut out by Bramley. Played forward. Here is Quirk looking to try and create something. Finds McLachlan. Here is Quirk again, who's looked most likely for Portsmouth. Quirk's efforts. Lambourne equal to it. Good work by Barker just to thread it into Sophie Quirk. It wasn't a bad strike. Draw for the quarterfinals takes place on Tuesday. You'll be able to watch it live on the YouTube channel. Here's pass. Here's a poor one. At the moment, Sunderland will be amongst the 8 clubs in the draw, and Portsmouth are running out of time if they're to try and salvage something here. Here is Hornby on the charge. Barker picks it up. Back defending is Kitching. Picked up by Rolfe. McLaughlin. Quirk. Again, it's just that lack of quality in the attacking third that is letting Portsmouth down as Sunderland go to their bench, and they are going to make a second change of the afternoon.
Being replaced by number 18,
Libby McInnes replacing Ellen Jones. McInnes coming through the youth structure at Sunderland to become a first-team player, made her debut 3 years ago. Finally, the free kick is given. Scar looked at the referee. Was hoping it was going to be given as a foul. Brown with the free kick. Had it given straight to Watson. Kitching does well, and she kept it in play. I don't think she did. And a goal kick has been given. Poulter, in her haste, didn't spot the ball correctly. Casley. Bramley. Well, it's been another competitive performance by Portsmouth, but this has been the story of their season. They have conceded fairly lax goals and just not managed to produce the bit of quality that's needed at the other end of the pitch. You have to say, from Portsmouth point of view, that when they review this game, Jay Sadler will say that both goals were preventable. Goalkeeping error for the first, defensive mix-up for the second. Casley with a good ball forward, flicked on by Hornby. Good header by Goddard. Westbrook wins it for Sunderland. Williams battling. Williams throw. Hornby trying to get the better of Goddard, who comes across and does her defensive duties, and then she wins the free kick, much to the dismay of Megan Hornby, who needs to be careful because she is on a yellow card. Back to championship action next weekend. Or both of these clubs, Portsmouth hosting Charlton. Sunderland with a key clash on the road again against London City Lionesses. That was a dreadful pass back that gives Sunderland an opportunity from the corner. Kitchen to deliver. It's a decent ball in, but the referee spotted some holding and has given the foul. In a couple of weeks, Portsmouth take on Sheffield United, and that will be a key game in their season. Currently just above them in the table. When you look at the teams who they could potentially reel in, it's going to be Sheffield United and Blackburn, who are 4 and 5 points clear of Portsmouth at the bottom respectively. Here's Watson. Brown. Towards Watson. Was she caught by Williams? No, the referee says it was a fair challenge. McLachlan. Cycled. All by Kitching. Bourne, who is on for a clean sheet as it stands. It's done well when questions have been asked of her, maybe forced into a save here as Hornby tried to get away from the defender, but the tackle came in. Kitchen. Dear. Finds the runner Brown, who took it round Williams, and well, she says there wasn't a touch, but there was, and she's already on a yellow card, and there's going to be a red shown to Scarlett Williams. Well, she's claiming it was a dive. She says there was no contact on the challenge, but she got nowhere near the ball, Scarlett Williams, and she is sent off, having been shown a second yellow card. Now let's just take a look at the challenge again. I don't think there was any contact. She didn't get near the ball. Some referees may have called that a dive. I think she's rather unfortunate, Scarlett Williams. And Portsmouth's day goes from bad to worse, having had a couple of injuries. Scarlett Williams will be suspended unless they can appeal it, which I'm not sure what the protocol is for 2 bookings. And they are also exiting the FA Cup. Scar to take this free kick for Sunderland. Well, the referee, I don't know what the players are arguing about, but I think Scarlett Williams was walking round and may have been on the pitch, and she's just making sure she's out of sight before she restarts the game. Finally, the kick is put in, and well, Fenton flung herself at it, wasn't able to head it on target. We are into added time at the end of this match. minimum of 5 minutes to be played at the end of the 90, and a minute of those 5 has been played already. McLachlan flicks it on towards Quirk. Well, they're going to face a tough draw, whoever they come up against in the next round. Sunderland, as it stands, by my calculations, I think they are going to be the only team outside of the WSL to be in the draw. Because it's full time in that game between Arsenal and London City Lionesses, whose calculations are correct, so they are going to face a team from the top tier in the last 8. We'll be hoping to avoid the likes of Manchester United and Chelsea if they get through. Sure, they'll feel they'll be more competitive against a Crystal Palace, who they were battling within the Championship for promotion last season. But it's going to be job done here. They've not had it all their own way throughout the full match, but I do feel as if they deserve their lead. It's been a game that they've managed well in this second half. Now just playing down the last couple of minutes. Corbyn gives it away to Quirk. Could be another Sunderland throw. Scott holding it up, and they're just working the line. Sunderland eating down the seconds. Played forward by Fenton. It's going to be another throw. We're going to see another Sunderland change, just to eat down the minutes a little bit more. Kira Flannery coming on for the final few seconds to replace McInnes, who actually came on the pitch herself, so I think that's due to an injury. Didn't see where she picked up the problem. Ball thrown down the line. And everyone, including the players now, just anticipating the referee's final whistle. And there it is. Sunderland booked their place in the quarterfinals of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. Goals from Jenna Deere and Emily Scarr, securing them a comfortable 2-0 victory over their Women's Championship rivals, Portsmouth. Plenty to ponder for the Portsmouth boss, who looks rather forlorn, doesn't he? Jay Sadler with his hands in his pocket, Sunderland celebrates. They could potentially have a big draw in the last 8. Looks as if all the big guns in the Women's Super League are going to secure their place in Tuesday night's draw, which is live on the Women's YouTube channel. But Portsmouth's run in the Cup comes to an end, and they will now continue with their battle to try and survive Women's Championship relegation. As for Sunderland, well, it's something else to look forward to, as they hope to stay in the mix for promotion from the Women's Championship. But a good victory for Melray's side. Full time, Portsmouth 0, Sunderland 2. And we can take a look at the full-time highlights before we leave you. This was probably the best chance of the afternoon from a Portsmouth point of view, as the corner wasn't dealt with. And as it was put back into the box, Lampard made a real hash of it, and it took some good defending by Sunderland to make sure that the ball stayed out. And then on the resulting break, Kitching found herself through, but she just allowed the angle to go against her, and her shot was straight at Poulter. This was a shot that was on target and forced Poulter into action. Good work by Scar keeping the ball alive, and again Poulter, who had a busy afternoon, forced to make the save. The opening goal as Katie Kitching ran into the area. Initially a good save by Poulter, but the clearance straight to Deer, and Poulter will not want to see this again. The ball going straight through her arms. And the lead taken by Sunderland on 34 minutes. And it was doubled in the first minute of added time at the end of the first half. A real mix-up between the Portsmouth defenders allowed Emily Scar to get in between them, and a brave finish from the midfielder to score her first goal of the season. This free kick tried to catch Lambourne off guard, but she was equal to it. This was nearly a third for Sunderland. Mary McAteer just couldn't guide her header on the rebound on target. And again, this was good goalkeeping from Hannah Poulter, out to smother. This corner could have presented a great opportunity for Jenna Deer for her second, but she just wasn't able to get the ball into a shooting position from her first touch. It was a decent effort from Sophie Quirk, who looked most lively and most likely for Portsmouth throughout the afternoon. Again, Quirk testing Demi Lambourne. But on the balance of play and on the balance of chances, you have to say Sunderland deserved their victory. That was a late second yellow shown to Scarlett Williams, and she was sent off, meaning that Portsmouth finished the afternoon with 10 players on the pitch. So a disappointing afternoon for the hosts. It's Sunderland who march on. They are in Tuesday night's draw, the draw for the quarterfinals that you can see here on the Women's YouTube channel. It's Sunderland that progressed, beating Portsmouth by 2-0. Thanks for your company. Good afternoon.